of them.
Yes, and you'd be hooked and all if it wasn't for your cards. Come on, sir.
There we go with the HMV 2807. There is light on in here, believe it or not. There's light all over the place, but it's actually better. I mean, I can give it more focus, more brightness and contrast, but the focus doesn't really keep up with it that well. EHT in these things is quite low, and I don't think they were ever designed to have a massively bright picture. But I'm sitting in here with light round about it, and it's looking fine. The bush here decided today to act up. I was doing a comparison between the two of them, and there's no line sync, so that's another repair for me. And the Murphy 310 is not tuned into channel 4, so again I don't have a biscuit for that, so I can't do them side by side. Also the V4 decided not to give me a picture at all. No line. So they've all been acting up. I think they're maybe feeling kind of unloved at this time because I've spent so much time on this. But that's it bit together, ready for the big day with the Queen, and it's working quite nicely.
Fletcher locked up, but it wasn't when he came this morning.
Why, tell me.
Nice sound on it.
The doors were locked. Fletcher had the ignition key. So whoever took...
And brightness, it does actually start to defocus a bit, of course, with increased brightness, but we know that. I mean, probably what I need to do is try and set the magnets up for a wee bit more brightness and contrast. But it's a compromise, unfortunately. But it's good. It works really nicely. It's settled down quite well. I did change the blocking oscillator transformer, but we still have a jitter. I've been round it. The jitter you can see on the level of the output from the blocking oscillator transformer from the oscillator. I've tried two different valves and two different frame output valves, and no, all the resistors have been checked, and anything that's even just marginally out of value around that stage I have replaced. So that's an odd one. It could be the output transformer, it could be the scan coils, but it's actually beginning to get better. The more I've run it, the better it's got. So it could be dampness that we're chasing out, you know. So we'll see. Well, it's quite good. I have to say the picture quality is very nice on it, and beautiful, terrific definition. Absolutely terrific. This time I'm using a Hedgehog. I'm not using Aurora. As we can see, it's a wee bit out of focus there. Oh, sorry. Again, my camera skills could be better than they are. Look at that. And so that's absolutely terrific. And you can see there's a bit of defocusing on the edges. You bring up the brightness, and of course it's way out. Tube could be a bit down, to be fair, but I don't really want to do anything with it. It might not be down. It's just they're a bigger thing to set up, to be honest. They're not the best and the easiest things to do. I mean, there's warm up time as well. But I might have a look and see how much current goes through the tube, you know, between the grid and the cathode, doing it the very low boosting process. It'd be interesting, you know. I mean, it might only be about a milliamp or so. You can normally get a bit more than that out of a tube, but it might be even less than a milliamp. Again, it's probably had some life, been used in its life. You know, I mean, it's been sitting since '63, but obviously it was used for the first maybe 10 or 12 years, or even longer, of its life anyway. So the tube wouldn't be exactly perfect even in 1963, but it's certainly all right. You know, it's certainly perfectly watchable, perfectly good. You mean the focus is better this side than that side. It's like astigmatism. So again, it could be the position of the magnets. It's not the nicest of arrangements, I have to say, on these. But at the moment we've got full line drive. That's full line drive, and the width is in a little bit. But if you look at the geometry is actually pretty good. It is, you know, and the line geometry is very good. The frame geometry is good. There's a slight, if you were to get your ruler out and measure the squares at the bottom are slightly more cramped than the top, but you know, it's actually pretty good, you know. For a set that was never reckoned to be that wonderfully great, it's actually extremely good. So it just shows you that probably with modern components that that set would have been a very good set at its time. You know, when you switch it on, it's locked immediately. It doesn't roll, there's no line hold drift. It just rocks steady from cold to running it for an hour. So there we go. But yeah, we're very pleased with it. It's actually quite good. I'll get a look at the bush probably tomorrow, and the V4 as well. Hopefully we'll get a look at both of those tomorrow and see how we got on with them. But there we go. This is the final video. The next video will actually not be any of the parts on this set. It will be about the Queen's speech in the House, and that will be the next video. Okay guys, thank you very much for looking at this series of videos. I hope you've got some encouragement to have a go at one of these. They're not that bad. So there you go. Okay guys, take care. Have a great day. Bye bye.